Signing guy, we're just getting this cracking on Instagram. Always takes a few minutes for you guys to tune in. Anyway, something Facebook, happening YouTube. I hope you're good. Instagram, we are cracking. Watching this on the replay, give me a hashtag replay, please, so I know how many people watch it on the replay. We're going to give it a couple of minutes for people to tune in, as we always do. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Guys, as I always say, you can go and grab me on YouTube. Go and subscribe to my channel. It's Type 1 Tom. I'm going to be putting out a lot more content on there. So head over to YouTube, Type 1 Tom, hit subscribe, get me on there. I'm all over the place, man. We're making big waves in the Type 1 community. We're fucking all over the place. Guys, jumping on, thank you. We got a few on Instagram now. We got one on YouTube. We got Facey B being slow and steady, as always. But we're going to get it shared. We're going to get it shared. Sweet. Sorted. We got one on Facebook now. Cool. Right. We'll give it another, should we give it another 60 seconds? We'll let some people jump on and then we'll get into it. I'm excited for this one. I am excited for this one. This is going to be a good one. This is a good one. A lot of value in this one. A lot of value. We've even got a big sheet full of notes. So it's going to be good. Going to be good. Right. Shall we hit record? Are we golden? Yes, we're sorted. Let's just give it a quick test, as we always like to do. Are we golden? Yep, sweet, mega, right. Okie doke. Right, where are we? We're not even going now. We're not. Fuck you, garage band. Right, there we go. Now we've started. We're all right. Technology. Fucking technology. Right. Sweet. Okie doke. Shall we go? 3, 2, 1. Yo, welcome to another episode of the Type 1 Movement podcast. Now, I am fucking excited for this episode. I'm excited. Load of notes on this, and I thought I'm just going to try and deliver mad value to you guys. And I'm going to get a little bit personal in this one as well. But I think you're going to get a lot of value from this, a lot of value. So before we get started, team, firstly, I want to say thank you for clicking on my podcast and choosing to listen today. I really appreciate your time and your ears. And also, you know the drill now. If you're new here, thank you. Make sure you subscribe. And if this is your first time listening, if you're going on a binge listen, this is like episode 121. If you've got this far, fucking good on you. But hit subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to it on. Also, leave me a rating and review on the podcast app, the iTunes app. It's only available to do on that, to leave rating and reviews, because it really does help me reach more Type 1 diabetics and get the show out further all around the world, because I do have listeners from, I'm in the UK, obviously, listeners from all around the world, which is crazy to think of, man, but I love it. So yeah, give me a rating and review. Feel free to screenshot and share it on your Instagram stories as well, and tag me at Type1_Tom. So I can reach out and I can say thank you. So in this episode, 5 simple things that will make you an indestructible Type 1. I wanted to go and throw a big word. First, I thought, say, make you a better Type 1. And I was like, that's shit, man. Like, better. What can I use? So I thought, let's fucking throw it in there. Indestructible. Indestructible. So really, on this, I'm going to go through these 5 points in depth. I'm going to speak about the benefits and how to get started, because I just didn't want to reel them off and you'd be like, yeah, that's good, and not give you any context on why or how. Yeah, I think that's super important, because I always say this, guys, like, I love doing these podcasts and delivering value to you guys, but I don't just want you to say, yeah, that's a good idea. I want you to go and fucking take action on it. So I'm going to give you everything possible so you can go and take action on it. Yeah. So I'm going to come at this from a couple of angles. I'm going to get pretty personal as well in terms of myself, open up a little bit with some shit. But Should we just fucking get straight into it? Now, some of these are going to be correlated directly with managing glucose levels, being diabetic. Some of them aren't going to have a direct impact, but they will have an impact. Yeah. So, right, let's fucking go straight into it. The first thing is run. Run. Now, bear with me on this because I know some of you fuckers like, I fucking hate running. I don't like running. Hey, I'm not a big fan of it. I never was because I was shit at it. But look, yeah, people that say I don't really like running tend to come from a couple of camps, let's say, probably thinking that they're unfit or they might be unfit. They might go out and just try and fucking run and go balls deep and be blowing out their arse. Yeah. Or you might just not be able to kind of settle into a rhythm with it. Yeah. Or understand the benefits. Or you might just be trying to do it for weight loss. It will help with weight loss, but look, that's not why we're doing it. Right. So the first one is running. Benefits of running. Insulin sensitivity. Pretty simple. Any activity really, but running is great. Insulin sensitivity. Another benefit, mental toughness. Yeah. So guys, there's so many times when I've been like, I can't be asked going for a run. And then I've gone out on a run and it's been like a consistent battle in my mind of going, go on, keep going, Tom, get past 5K, do 10K. Like, I'll be honest, let's say 6 months ago, the furthest that I'd ever ran was 5K. About 5 weeks ago, I ran my first half marathon. And I'm not a fan of running, but I did it. And I felt like every run that I did was just building mental toughness. And as a type 1 diabetic, guys, you fucking need mental toughness. I'll be honest with you. You know that. And running is a great way to do that. So if you're one of these, I don't like running, you had it, good. If you don't like it, more reason to go and fucking do it because it's going to build mental toughness. Another thing is de-stress. When I'm running, yes, depending on how hard I'm pushing it, it might hurt. But all I'm thinking about is running. Yeah, I'm not thinking about anything else. And this really helps me de-stress. And also, another benefit is that post-run buzz. You'll know, even from any exercise, really, you get those fucking feel-good endorphins after. But I probably get it the most from running and from cycling as opposed to anything else. I remember when I finished that half marathon, the buzz, I was in pain, man, but the buzz that I had after finishing it, I felt like I'd accomplished something. And that's the thing, because I'm not the best runner, I'm shit, yada, yada. But I did it and I felt like I'd really stepped out of my own way and accomplished something. So they're the benefits of it. Now, when I say run, guys, I don't mean go and run like a 5K or a 10K or a half marathon. Look, I'm going to tell you, if you're not a competent runner and your fitness isn't great, I'm going to tell you the best way to build up and start running. I've just told you the benefits. Insulin sensitivity, come on, that should be enough. Building mental resilience and mental toughness. I don't think there's anything quite like being on a run and wanting to stop and knowing that, no, I'm not stopping. I'm continuing on. To fight that battle in your head will build a lot of mental toughness. De-stressing and the post-run buzz. Right, here's how to start. Start small. If you're not a big runner, you're not really ran, yeah, or your fitness isn't great, start small. So it could be something so simple like jogging for 30 seconds and walking for 2 minutes or even 5 minutes, yeah? Let's say if we jog for 30 seconds, we walk, let's say 2 minutes. Do that for 5 sets and build up slowly over time. It's all about just fucking starting and building slowly over time. No one's expecting you to go out from never running and go and run a 5K. All you need to do to get started is go out, do it when you're on a walk. Steady, 20 to 30 second jog. Build it up over time. Honestly, your fucking glucose levels and your mental state is going to improve dramatically if you start running. And I don't care. I've told you, I don't fucking like running. I am not a runner. I don't like it. But the reason I do it is because I don't like it. And I was never that good at it. Yeah, that's why. So that's the first one. The second one, lift weights. Pretty simple, that. Fucking pick heavy shit up. Throw something around. Lift weights. I don't care who you are, male or female, how old you are. You should be lifting weights in some form. Why? Let's look at the benefits. Again, insulin sensitivity. When you're lifting weights, I spoke about this so much, you're breaking down muscle fibers. Muscle fibers need nutrients to recover, and it's also going to help with your insulin sensitivity because your body's absorbing and utilizing nutrients better, carbs and fats and protein as well. Yeah, so it's going to help with your insulin sensitivity. Guys, yes, I know some people might say, I get spikes when I lift weights. Yeah, so did I. So did a lot of my clients. Excuse me. But take notes on what happens. Use a 3-hour rule. When you're lifting weights, 3 hours after your last bolus, go in and see what happens. What I did, notice I got a spike, so I'll do a small bolus before lifting weights. Don't use that as an excuse. Don't give me that fucking excuse that it causes a spike or sometimes it causes a lower. Don't do it. Find a way so it doesn't. There's a way. And once you've cracked that, the benefits of lifting weights far outweigh just trying to get through that tricky time. So, insulin sensitivity. Another one, look good. And I'm going to group these two together. Look good and look sexy. Have you ever known anyone that lifts weights that doesn't look good, that's lifted weights consistently and doesn't look sexy? Come on. You can tell, I'll be honest here now, you can tell a person that doesn't lift weights, someone who lifts weights consistently, they look fucking good, man. They look good. Why would you not want that? Why? Another one, building strength. Becoming strong. Even if you're a female, you want some strength, right? Why would you want to be weak? Why? If you can throw a little bit of weight around, throw a bit of fucking tin around, come on. Hey, it's worth it. Feel great. Hey, if we're looking good, we're feeling good. And the other one, which I love, harder to kill. If you aren't lifting weights and you're puny and you're weak as shit, and someone's about to fucking take you down, you're done for, mate. If you throw a bit of tin around, lift a bit of fucking weight, someone comes to take you down, man, you'll be fucking taking them down. So you're just going to become harder to kill. All right, maybe I've just thrown that one in there, but come on. Lifting weights, there's a lot of benefits to it. A lot of benefits, yeah? How to start? Guys, start with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. Dead simple, dead cheap. You can do it from home. You don't need to go to the gym. And here's one. You best be taking notes on this. Focus on compound movements. So these are movements that use more than one muscle group. So I don't mean go and do a fucking bicep curl. No. Yeah, let's just get real here. Things like squats, lunges, deadlifts, rows, like bent over rows and stuff, presses, overhead presses, chest presses, big compound movements. That's where your focus wants to be. If you're short on time, you could do like a little 15-minute circuit. I know some people say, I've not got time yet. 15 minutes out your day, you fucking got that. Don't give me that bullshit. 15-minute circuit. Start dead basic. You could do 3 sets of 12 reps. Start there. There's a starting point for you. Squats, lunges, deadlifts, rows, overhead presses, chest presses, 3 sets of 12 reps on all. Yeah? Dead basic to get you started. Yeah? Start you throwing something around. Right. The next one. The third thing is we're changing now. We're changing from activity and stuff like that, team. Yeah, we're changing. And the third one, read. Right. I'll tell you into a little story. Up until the back end of last year, the last book that I actually read, I was 18, and it was called Manchester Gangs. And I didn't read through from 18. Obviously, I read like articles and stuff like that, but I mean fully finished and got into a book. I didn't do that from being 18 and through till, I'm trying to think of all the 33 the back end of last year, yeah? And I didn't do it because I was like, oh, I'm not really interested. When I sit down, my mind wanders, yada, yada. I listen to audio books and stuff when I'm out on a walk, but I didn't read until the back end of last year. And you know what? Last year, I was like, I'm going to start reading. And since doing that, I've probably read about 10 books. I'm going to give you some books recommendations in a minute. And there is so many benefits to actually sitting down and reading a book, guys. Honestly, if you're an avid reader, you'll know this. If not, then you need to fucking start reading, honestly. Now, there's so many benefits to reading, but I'm going to give you just a few, just three that I've noticed personally with myself since I've been reading over the past, I want to say like 6 or 7 months. Increased knowledge. Increased knowledge. There's books on every fucking topic out there. I'm going to get into some crackers in a minute, but increased knowledge. You can learn so much from reading a book. So much. Increased intelligence, coming from increased knowledge, and being able to de-stress, sit down with a good book. Now, I'll tell you a reason why I started reading. Yeah, I'll tell you a reason. And it's because, I told you I was going to get a little bit personal on this. It's because I felt fucking stupid. I'll be honest with you. I felt like there was things that I didn't know, things that I wasn't a good human in. I didn't have very good interpersonal skills, conversation skills, social skills, financial skills, a lot of stuff I felt like I was lacking in my life. So I was like, you know what? Reading. And honestly, it is a fucking game changer. Reading, honestly. Now, I've always listened to audiobooks because when I'm out on a walk, and you do get a lot of information from that, but there's something different about sitting down and actually reading words in a book. Honestly, I will say it's changed my life. Now, I'm going to give you a few tips on how I started. Guys, remember, I didn't read a full book from 18 through till 31. 33. 18 through till 33, I didn't read a book. So, because my mind used to wander and I was like, I'm not interested, kind of standing my own way. So I had to I just couldn't go in and read a full book in a couple of days. I had to start somewhere. And this is where I started. So if you're not an avid reader, this is how I started. I started small. Now, you'll notice something with all these tips I'm giving you. I'm saying start small. Why? Because when people try and start big, that's when they fail. So start small. I just committed to 5 minutes a day. That was it at the start. Yeah. And sometimes just 5 to 10 pages a day. Now I read for, I want to say 15 minutes every morning and half an hour in the evening, twice a day. So that's how to start. Start small, commit to something. 5 minutes a day, 5 to 10 pages a day. That's it. Honestly, guys. Right. I'm going to give you some books that I recommend. And I'm going to tell you roughly what they're about and probably some of them why I've read them. The first one, we're all fucking type ones here, right? So if you've not read this book, you're a fucking sausage. Go and buy it, like now. Yeah, or after listening to this or watching this. First one, Think Like a Pancreas. Honestly, I have read so many books. Listened to so many books and read so many articles and read quite a lot of books on type 1 diabetes over the years. I've not finished, and remember I said I didn't finish a book for that many years, from 18 through to 33, but I skimmed over some. But I have read, listened to audio books on type 1 diabetes, and this is by far the best, most actionable book on type 1 diabetes. Think Like a Pancreas. Go and fucking get it. If you're a type 1 diabetic, it will change the way that you manage your diabetes in your life. Yeah? Just go. Fucking trust me on that one. Get it. I recommend all my clients to get that as well, so they know the drill. Right, second one, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Guys, this book is a fucking game changer. The majority of my clients have read it. If you're my client listening to this and you haven't, go fucking get it. Why not? You know the drill with this. Guys, this is all about, look, a lot of issues that people have, and especially as type 1s, is like, I can't create a habit, I can't be consistent, I can't stay motivated. This book will fucking change your life and tell you exactly how habits are formed and exactly how you can make them work for you. Honestly, cannot recommend this book enough. Atomic Habits, James Clear. The next one is The Compound Effect. This is basically about starting small. Look, I've just told you about running, start small. Resistance training, start small. Reading, 5 minutes a day. The Compound Effect is a book on how starting small and being consistent compounds over time. It's a great book. Go and honestly, I highly recommend reading that. The 1% Rule, very similar to the Compound Effect. I think these are by the same guy and they go hand in hand. We speak a lot about the 1% Rule, 1% better every single day. It adds up. It adds up rapidly. Very similar to the Compound Effect. 1% Rule, real good. Something I'm reading at the moment, I'm nearly finished, is Dave Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. This is incredible, and it's basically about his life. And when I spoke about running then, I can relate to what he speaks about in running, how he's built mental toughness through physical exercise and all the shit he's been through. Honestly, it is an incredible read. So Can't Hurt Me. The Daily Stoic. This is my morning book. This is all about stoicism. Like the Daily Stoic, it's a meditation. So there's a day specific for every day of the year that you read. And I read that specific day. So like today is the 25th of May, hope I'm right on that. There's a page in the book and I just read that every single morning. That's my morning read. It's mega. It is really, really good. The Daily Stoic. The Chimp Paradox. I think that's by Professor Steve Peters. And this is basically a book on how when we make decisions, there's like, I love the way he refers to this. It's like how there's like a chimp in our brain. And the chimp tries to jump in first before we make the decision. So let's say someone cuts us up in traffic and our first thing to do is go, oh, you fucking dick. That's the chimp. That's not really you. And this book is all about how to kind of keep the chimp in a box and not listen to it. Like, it's a real good book. The next one, this book was recommended to me by quite a few people. And it really did get me through a very, very difficult time in my life a few months ago. And it's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I think that's how you pronounce his name. The Power of Now. And that's basically just, it's a real sort of in-depth self-help book, but it's basically staying in the moment instead of being back in the past or trying to be in the future. It's about staying in the moment and not missing things that are happening in the moment. And the reason that I chose to read this is because I've been someone that's been, like, say, living in the past or worrying about the future. I'm missing so much what's happening in the here and now. And honestly, this book got me through a real tough time, and it really did change my life. So The Power of Now. The other book I recommend is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. This is mega. It's a mega book. And it's not really about what you think. It's more about, it's not about not giving a fuck about anything. It's about picking what you give a fuck about. It's dead good. Dead good, mate. Proper Northern, that one, it's good. The other one, this was the very first. Now, this one that I'm going to tell you was the very first audio book that I ever listened to. And I liked it that much, I actually read it. I actually read it recently. And I'll tell you the reason why. I'll tell you what it is first. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, I think it's by. And you remember when I mentioned about reading, why I started reading because I felt stupid, like I didn't have interpersonal skills, I couldn't hold a proper conversation, socialize, and like I just didn't feel good in terms of that part of my life, right? And that's the reason that I read this book. And I know it sounds a bit bad, like how to win friends and influence people, like you're trying to influence people or something, but it is such a great book. And I think as humans, our job is to like deliver value and be social and, you know, have conversations with people and that. And this is such a great book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Real good. The next section I'm going to get onto is something that's really personal to me we're still on the books now. We'll be moving on shortly. But like I said, I'm going to get a bit personal on this. And the next section are a few books that I really enjoyed and the reason why I listened to them. And I would highly recommend these as well. And they're on personal finances. Now, guys, remember when I mentioned about running, how I didn't like it, I was shit at it, but I leaned into it. And I'm big on this now. I'll lean into anything I'm not that good at. Swimming is another thing. I'm trying to be consistent with that because I'm shit at it. Anything that I'm not good at, I'm trying to lean into and get better at. And money and finances for me was one of them. I was shit. And I basically had what's called lifestyle creep. And you guys listening to this, I bet some of you are going to be nodding. And lifestyle creep is when we earn more money, we buy more shit. That's lifestyle creep. Yeah. And I had that and I was just proper shit financially. Yeah. So I was like, I had awareness of it and I needed to sort this out. Right. And I know some people don't really like speaking about money and stuff, but hey, we're fucking all here. We're adults. Money is a big part of life. So I was like, right, it's something I'm shit at. I need to up my game. I'm getting into reading. Right. Let's fucking read some books on personal finance and money and stuff. So 4 books that I'm going to give you. 4 books that I'm going to recommend. Yeah. And these are mega. These are really, really good. Even if you're not into, say, personal finance and that, I think that you will benefit from these books. And the first one is The Psychology of Money. That's mega. I'm not going to go into proper what it's about. It's basically what it says on the tin, The Psychology of Money. It's mega. The second one is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. This book is fucking incredible. Some of the stuff is so basic and so actionable, but literally it will change your life. It is mega. The other one is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, mega book. And the other one is Think and Grow Rich, which is another good book. So that's, like I said, I'm getting personal on this. I'm really into personal finance because I was always fucking shit at it. And these are the books that I've read that have literally really, really helped me in terms of that. Right, that's the book section. That was a big section. And as you can tell, I'm passionate about that. So I do recommend you read. Specialist type ones, like I said, that Think Like a Pancreas, Atomic Habits, all them really will correlate with you as a type 1 diabetic, your routines, motivation, and just how you're managing your life and your diabetes. Honestly, reading fucking mega. Right, let's move on. Number 4 is meditate. Number 4 is meditation. Yeah. Now, I don't mean fucking sitting there like, do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, if you never meditated before, that's what you're going to think. But honestly, guys, I've been meditating every single day. I think I may have missed 1 or 2 days for the past 6 or 7 months. And literally, it has had a ton of benefits. Now, I'm just going to mention a few areas we get onto benefits. First one is mental clarity. Second one, improved focus. Third, better decision making. And 4th, gratitude. Let's look at us as type 1s. How fucking fuzzy our head can get. How it can be like we've not got a lot of mental clarity on stuff. Or we struggle to focus. And the amount of decisions we've got to make. If you can take a little bit of time out your day and just sit there and not do anything and just focus on breathing or just be present, it will really, really help kind of bring your sort of, I want to say, baseline down and build a good solid foundation to go about your day and make these decisions and do your carb counting and do your insulin to carb and all that sort of shit. It's just really, really going to help your day, honestly. Now, how to start? It's difficult, gang. It is difficult to start meditating. But there's some great apps out there. There's Calm, there's Headspace. I personally am a big fan of Headspace. And look, like I said with the other things, start small. You're not going to sit there for 20 minutes and meditate if you've never done meditation before. Don't be a fucking donut. It's like trying to run a fucking 10K when you don't really run. Start small. So I recommend anywhere 2 to 5 minutes a day. That's it. Start there. I do 10 to 15 minutes each day. And you're best off with this is building it into a routine. So trying to create a routine. Go and listen to Atomic Habits. That's first. I'll go and fucking read and get Atomic Habits. But I'm going to tell you now, try and get it around the similar time each day. I like to do morning and I stick it in my morning routine. That way I stick to it. Yeah, I've stuck to it for the past 6 or 7 months. So that's my morning routine. I wake up, I have a cold shower, I come down, I meditate, and then I read, and then I plan my day journal, go about my day. I've created that routine. So if you want to make something a habit, you need to stick it into a routine. And that's the best way to start with meditation. It's hard. Guys, it is hard. Yeah. And I want you to understand this, that you'll sit there and your mind will wander. And even now, I've been doing it for like 6 or 7 months, but it isn't that long in the grand scheme of things. But sometimes I'll sit there and I'll finish a meditation session. I'll be like, man, that was fucking mega. I felt like I left the earth for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't really around. It felt fucking mint. Sometimes I'll get to the end and I'll be like, I didn't focus on fuck all then. My mind was racing. That's natural. You need to accept that. But the fact that if you're showing up and doing it each day, that's definitely a win. I think meditation is for your mind what lifting weights is for your body. Yeah, it's just going to make you fucking stronger. And as type ones, that is the underlying thing is your mental toughness. And that's what I'm trying to get across on this and why I'm giving you these. Right, number five. Number five, I wanted to fucking switch things up a little bit, is try a new food once a week, gang. Try something different. Break your motherfucking routine. Go out and eat something you don't normally eat. Why? Dead simple with this. The knowledge of what different foods are going to do to your blood glucose levels. Yes, we know routine is key for managing glucose levels. But look, let's say you never, ever ate pizza. I don't know who the fuck you're. If you're listening to this and you never want to eat pizza, please get off my podcast and my life because pizza is life. No, I'm joking. Anyway, let's just take that as an example. Let's say you never fucking ate pizza. Yeah, because you were scared about what it would do to your blood glucose levels. And then one day, you come and eat pizza and it's all over the shop. If you would have ate pizza a while ago and got some knowledge, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. Yeah. So what I'm saying is try different foods to gain knowledge. The only way you will gain knowledge about what certain things and certain foods will do to your blood glucose levels is by going fucking doing them. And we know foods are one of the biggest impacts on our blood glucose levels. So once a week, I challenge you to go and try a new food that you wouldn't normally eat. Yeah. And also it's going to get you out of your comfort zone. Guys, I'm big about getting out of the comfort zone. Look, I've just told you about me fucking running. The first I ran is a 5K. I was shit. I ran a half marathon a few weeks ago. I told you, I was honest with you and told you I never finished a book from being 18 through till fucking 33 last year at the time of recording this. Yeah. And the things that I was shit at, how I felt about myself. So I had to get out of my comfort zone. And that's exactly what you need to do as well. And how to start trying to go out and eat different foods once a week. Just fucking do it. Just go and do it. Yeah. So, guys, I'm going to scoot through these again. It's the 5 simple things that will make you an indestructible type 1. You got me fucking words out. Running. Running is great. It's great for the body. It's great for the blood sugars. And it's great for your mental health as well. Don't go and try and run a 5 or 10K. Look, I told you, start small. Jog 30 seconds. Walk 2 to 5 minutes. Build it up slowly over time. All of these have got that trend. You just need to fucking start and then build up slowly over time. The next thing, lifting weights. I told you where to start. Start small. The next thing, reading. Audiobooks, yeah, because I know some people are going to say this as well. I love audiobooks. I went from audiobooks to reading, but there's something different about reading a book. Honestly, there is. You guys, if you are avid readers, you read consistently, you'll know this. Yeah. So reading, I'll be honest with you, anything that you want to learn about, you will find a book for it. So reading. Meditation. Honestly, go and fucking try it. Start small. 2 minutes. 2 minutes a day. Make it consistent. Just go and try it and understand sometimes your mind's going to wander all over the fucking place. It may not feel like it's having an impact, but hey, don't expect from meditation it to have a huge impact straight away. This is like anything, even with all these, it's compounded, it's slowly built over time. You're not going to notice it. You're not going to notice it because it's not a quick thing. So just start with that. And the next one is trying a new food once a week to build your sort of fucking, let's say, diabetic fucking ammo, yeah, for different foods so you can manage your levels with different foods. Guys, that is it. If you got value from this episode, please leave me a rating and a review on the podcast app, as it really does help me reach more type 1 diabetics. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. Also, you know what would be good? If you could reach out to me and tell me what your favorite point was. Out of all 5, reach out to me on Instagram, drop me a DM if you listen to this, and tell me what your favorite point was. Thanks very much for listening. I appreciate your ears and your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next episode, team, peace. gang on YouTube and Facebook. Do we have any questions? I'm going to stay on for a couple of minutes and answer any questions that we may have. We got on Facebook, on YouTube. Let's have a look for you guys on Instagram. What's happening? Holla, hey. Lower weight, higher reps still have same benefits. I look like a beast on a lift. Love it. No. When we're getting started on weightlifting team, yes, we want higher reps. Why? Because if you're not used to the movement, doing 1 or 2 reps isn't connecting that mind to muscle that much. So doing 12 to 15 reps, you're going to build that movement in. Lightweight, build that movement in. It's repetition. Can you imagine just doing 3 sets of 2 reps? Yeah. Not really that many to get the movement right. Or 3 sets of 12 reps. A lot of reps, chance to fuck a few up and get a few right. Yeah, so I always say start with higher reps. When you get the movement right and you start to get stronger, then we start to increase the weight because you're more efficient in the movement, and we start to decrease the reps so it gets heavier. Both have benefits. There should be a time for both in a good weightlifting program. Loving this, but we'll have to catch up later. It's 1 a.m. here, just watching my sugar. No worries. How do you find reading to audiobooks different? I love this question. Obviously, we touched on it a bit then, but I like to listen to an audiobook when I'm going out on a walk. Something that I probably should have mentioned on the podcast as well. Sometimes I'll listen to an audiobook or music when I'm running. I struggle to run with nothing going on in my ears. Unfortunately, because I can just hear my breath like, and I'm just thinking this is hard. So I like to listen to something to take my mind off it. But yeah, audiobooks I tend to listen to when I go on walks. Books I will read before bed, in the morning. And I think like it's a different experience sitting there and reading a book than it is listening to an audiobook. It's hard to describe it. It's calmer. It's chilled. Like it just feels different. And your concentration feels different because you're reading as well, in opposed to just listening. So I think both are great, but both have different, for me, both have different purposes. So if I'm out on a walk, audiobook, if I'm sitting and chilling, I want to, relax, absorb something, it's reading a book for me. Yes, meditation is life-changing. It is. Insight Time Wrap is great for this. Mega. Not heard of that one. I'll have to check it out. Right, team. We're going to do this for the IGTV. I always have to hold it for fucking ages because I don't know if it's going to capture it. Hey, can't have it all, can we? Right, gang. I'm going to jump off. Thank you very much for watching this live. As I always say, I appreciate you. I hope you got value from it. You guys can DM me as well. Let me know what your favorite point was out of those 5. Let me know what your favorite one was. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next live, peace.